This one was made by Opus 4.8. This one was Fable 5. Model came out yesterday, so you know I had to give it a try. I gave each one exactly the same prompt to build a native iOS app, so let's go see how they did. Immediately, the first thing that jumps out is that Fable gave us an icon, but Opus 4.8 didn't, which is not a huge problem, but it's nice to have for sure. Okay, so going on the very first screen, you can tell the UI is pretty similar. However, with Fable 5, you get more polished components, like the carousel, for example, that you don't have with 4.8. It's just a nice addition. But otherwise, I would say it's pretty similar. And if you go to the activity page, you can tell that it's, again, very similar, just more polished. And here's a bug on here that you don't actually get with 4.8. So I would say it's about the same for every single page. And, you know, again, just more components that are polished. The only nice thing that I would say is that we got a appearance settings with Fable 5 that we didn't get with Opus 4.8. So you can see that we can actually change some of the accents, just specs that are a little bit different. Another thing I want to mention is Opus took about 22 minutes to do this and Fable about 55, so twice as much, which makes sense because when you look at some of these benchmarks, it is better at certain tasks like, you know, complicated tasks or fixing bugs. And hence why the UI is a little bit more polished, because it's better at deep thinking and reasoning. And that's essentially what you get when these models get released. Now, the only thing that really stands out is the cybersecurity, which you can see that it blows everything else out of the water. Hence why we didn't get the full version and we got the nerfed version, because they didn't want it to get into the wrong hands. So my final takeaway is you should never build anything with one single prompt. Always have structure and workflows, because Opus 4.8 would have no problem building that had I given it specs. Now, you do get some better things with this model, but you are paying 2 times as much. So it's really up to you what you want to do here. But for me, sticking to 4.8 and giving it my guardrails and constraints has been no problem. So that's exactly what I teach in my channel. Follow me if you like this sort of content. I will see you guys tomorrow.